Comedy matters.
Comedy matters.
Comedy matters.
Nothing more matters than comedy, and comedy's the most mattering thing. It's a smattering of matters, and comedy's the one that matters.
I'm Jeffrey Gurian, and this is Family Matters, the sitcom.
How are you, Nick? Good to see you guys.
How's it going?
Can I just ask you this? The show is January 30th. It's October. How do you spend every day waiting for your show to come out? What do you do?
It's been months. Up before now, we've been waiting. We locked the show in end of July, so we have quite some time to wait. You know, partly it's I have the league that I've been working on, and I think you know it's tough to wait for something that you're very proud of, but it also, you know, we were very specific in writing a show that was not topical in any way, so that we would, you know, because we've watched old sketch shows that are great, and then you watch them and you're like, oh, there are a ton of references here to things that nobody cares about anymore. So we were very specific in avoiding that, so even though it's tough to wait, we're not overly worried that the things that we were writing would be irrelevant.
Nick, I'm so glad you mentioned Rich Dix. It's the funniest. I mean, there hasn't been two guys that funny since.
Oh Hello, with me and Jon Daly, who's a writer-producer for Saturday Night Live, one of the best stand-ups in the country, is something we've been doing for years, and Jeffrey Gurian is a guest star on that, in both the Woody Allen parody with Karen Black, but also in a prank show called Too Much Tuna that we're doing.
Steals it.
Which is
you steal it.
such an honor to me. Unbelievable. Thank you.
Well, I think, you know, the truth of Sex and the City for Dudes is that is just our group of buddies. Like, that is a joke that we've been doing amongst ourselves for years of, like, going on hikes and talking about our feelings, and we would just started singing Sex and the City for Dudes, and
When we said something that was like slightly on the line of embarrassing or very open, we'd say Sex in the City for Dudes, and then it kind of
it was like, well, one of us has a show now, so let's
May as well
do
use
it as a show.
I was there the day they shot that scene, and first of all, it was great because all your friends were there. Everybody comes out to support you.
Yeah.
You know, when I interviewed Joe Mandy this summer in Montreal, the first thing he said was shout out to Nick Kroll. That was his interview,
Right,
the whole
course.
interview.
Hello, this is Joe Mandy, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV. Shout out to Nick Kroll.
I got to tell our viewers a little story where I met Joe Mandy out in L.A. on the set of the Nick Kroll Show, where you're a writer and a producer, right?
Just a writer. But
Well, I
you know
thought you were
what?
doing a little
Let's
producer.
Let's say I was a producer.
A little backstage producer.
Yes.
Is it still being called the Nick Show Kroll?
It is not. It's just called Kroll Show. That was a decision I made as executive producer.
Nick Kroll is the best.
Kroll is
There's
the
nobody better than Nick Kroll.
Yeah, I agree.
In all his characters. I was comparing him, you know, I was very friendly with Phil Hartman, and I think Nick Kroll is in that category. And Phil was very respected for his character work.
Yeah.
Nick Kroll is very respected for his character work.
Nick Kroll is the new Phil Hartman.
Because he loves you, man. That's why. And it came across in that scene. It was all your friends.
Yeah.
And every one of them is on a show.
Yeah, and that's
Every one of them is doing something.
That's the exciting thing about, as you say, it's the current today, and that's just the luck of me and John and the rest of those guys and the other people collaborating in it, coming of age in New York and then coming to LA, and I just think it's an incredibly exciting time in comedy right now, in that all of our friends have their own shows, and Paul Scheer's got NTSF, Jon Daly does that, Scheer, you know, is on the league with me, I go and do Children's Hospital. Comedy is best when it's with people that you know and trust and like and have vibe with, and that, so you go back to that. That said, I think we did our best to not use people just because they're cool for comedy, you know, so you have all types of people in the show, and where it's appropriate, like Fred Armisen and me and Fred in a all HBO, like a HBO boxing, you know, those boxing reality shows 24/7. It's me and Fred Armisen me as like a 7-year-old Mexican boxing trainer, and Fred is my ne'er-do-well son who loves origami. But it's all in Spanish, and it's appropriate to Fred's skill set and my skill set.
Hey, so this is Jeffrey Gurian for Comedy Matters TV in the trailer with Nick Kroll, or should I say Gil Faison, and George St. Geegland, the Oh Hello Boys. I just had the 2 most amazing days of my life. I can't thank you guys enough.
Oh, thank you for coming out here, Jeffrey. It's a true pleasure.
It was amazing to me. You know, you guys had been telling me when I saw you in Montreal, and I saw you before, that you were going to put me in the Oh Hello things, and I thought you were just kidding with me.
No. We are men of our word.
We met in Montreal because both Jeff and I dodged the draft during the war. We went to Canada.
Many years ago.
And we'd have these great coward brunches where we'd all get together.
This was many years ago. And when I was much older at the time.
You know, it's amazing how time is, passes us by.
But tell me seriously, how did you choose me for the Too Much Tuna thing?
Jeffrey, you had a look. You know what I mean? And show business is all about a look and about a vibe and a guy who's willing to play ball. And you're a guy who's a great guy and a great ball player. And you draft a Dodge, and you dodge a draft, and you're a Dodger, and you're a lover and a life. You love to live and you live to learn. And then for those reasons, we brought you in, and you came out here and you did a great job. And you dressed to the nines and you're ready to roll.
Thank you. And John, you have anything to say to our Comedy Matters viewers?
I think that what you're doing online is great. The internet, everything. You've got Miss Space and Facebook and all these sites where adults can meet children. Well, it's
It's true.
It's true.
It is true.
You go to your MissSpace.com, your Gorka.com, your Yahoo.com. These are all great websites, but nothing beats Gurian News Network.
Listen, you guys have been fantastic. Really, I am just absolutely thrilled. I wish you the greatest luck with the show.
One note on you. You pop your peas, and it's killing me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
So what can I do to correct that?
Don't say anything with the word P in it. Don't say any word with the letter P in it. I'm serious.
Have you noticed that about me? I pop my peas?
I'm mostly deaf, so I have trouble hearing anything at all.
I'm mostly what's that?
Well, anyway, look, you guys have been fantastic, and I thank you so much. This has been so fun. I can't wait to see the show. And the Nick Show, Kroll.
Comedy Matters.
Comedy Matters.
That's funny.
All right.
We had a blast in L.A. Los Angeles. For those of you who may not know what L.A. stands for,
you're a wonderful man and you're a lover of life and a lifer of love, and we love you and love to learn with you and love to.
The 3 of us have laughed and loved and lived through Lors, and in Los Angeles, that's really saying something. I'm Jeff Gurian, and this is.
And I'm John Mulaney.
And I'm Carmen Miranda, and this is all the news that's fit to print to.
Fit to dance to.
Fit to dance to.
Yes. With the battery-operated beards.
Dance like the police are watching.
I gotta go. I have to go and urinate.
Yes. We all do.
Comedy Matters.